One day, I went hiking with one of my coworkers. He told me he wanted to quit his job to go hiking Pacific Crest Trail. That was the first time I heard about Pacific Crest Trail, or PCT. Later that day, when I get home, I looked up the PCT on the internet. I was so fascinated by the trail, I started to dream that one day I would hike the whole length of PCT. Met a Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and so many welcome guests. After 14 years of waiting, my dream of hiking the Pacific Crest Trail finally came true. On April 26 this year, I started my journey of PCT at Mexico-California border. Pacific Crest Trail, or PCT, is a 2,650 miles long continuous trail from Mexico to Canada. The trail is shown as red line on this map. The green area on this map represents mountain range, and you can see from the map that this trail runs through the mountain range in California, Oregon, and Washington. It is very remote from civilization and full of challenges. It is estimated that more than 80% of people who started PCT failed to complete. The first section of PCT is in Southern California. It has three unique characters. First, it is wide open view, blue sky, good weather, very pleasant to hike. Second, it is hot, it is dry, very little shade, and very little water. The third character is this section of trail has more trail angels and trail magic than any other sections on the PCT. I will explain what is trail angel and trail magic later. The trail in Southern California is not very difficult. I started slow to train my body to get used to the heavy load. Starting the third week, I was hiking about 20 to 25 miles a day. The life on the trail is very easy, very simple. All you do is just hike, eat, and sleep. I was hiking alone most of the time, and I really enjoyed it. I felt that there's joy in the air surrounding me. I was so happy to be there. There's a strong sense of freedom. There's not much to think about. There's not much to worry about. It's just me and the nature at the present moment. This is my pack on the trail. Everything I need to live on the trail is inside. Tent, sleeping bag, stove, water filter, extra clothing, all there. The heaviest item is the food. I usually pack between 4 to 7 days of food, depending on the next supply point. My pack usually weighs about 30 to 45 pounds. PCT passes through several desert areas. One of the biggest desert PCT pass through is the Mojave Desert, as shown in this picture. Water is critical for us hikers. In Southern California, we typically need 4 to 7 liters of water every day, depending on the trail condition and the temperature. There are three main water sources in Southern California. The first one is rivers, creeks, and springs. Those are the natural water. Because Southern California is so dry, this is the only section that does not have enough springs, rivers, and creeks to provide natural water for the hikers. That's why we need two other water sources. The second water source is water cache. Water cache is a bunch of bottled water stocked at a specific location by volunteers. The picture on the left-hand side is a water cache location called the third gate. Water cache sometimes reliable, sometimes not reliable. I have used water from the water cache around 4 to 5 times in Southern California. The third water source is the underground tanks, or we call them cisterns. The picture on the right side is one example of water cisterns. Basically, it's an underground structure that collects rainwater and store the water for later use. But the water in these cisterns are not really, sometimes not high quality water. One time I passed through a cistern that has a dead rat in it. Luckily, that day I had enough water that I don't need to use the water in the cistern. As I mentioned earlier, Southern California has the most trail angels and trail magic than any other sections on the PCT. Trail angels are the people who volunteer to help hikers. They may provide ride or shelters for hikers when go to town. Or they may simply bring food and drink to the trail. Trail magic is the food or drink the trail angels bring to the trail. The typical trail magic is like a cooler full of drinks, food, and the trail angel bring them to the trail, left them on the side of the trail, usually on the weekend. This picture shows one example of trail angels or trail magic. Chris was a trail angel from Los Angeles. He drove 3.5 hours to this intersection of the PCT and a dirt road. This location was also a critical water cache location because there's no water on the trail in either direction for many, many miles. It was a hot day in early June. Chris brought food, a lot of water, and sport drinks, a tent, a few chairs for hikers to sit. You can imagine that as hikers hike in a hot day, thirsty, tired, and then we can relax under the shade, eat good food and drink. It was a joy. It was such a spirit boost for us hikers. After seeing so many hikers, so many trail angels on the trail, my faith for the humanity greatly increased. There are a lot of Americans out there who have big hearts and are willing to help strangers. One of the most interesting encounters with trail angels was a Sunday afternoon about 5 o'clock in the desert. I already hiked 18 miles that day, and then I saw a young lady dancing, jumping, running toward me. And there was a tent-like structure behind her. When then she stopped in front of me. She had a notebook, small notebook in her left hand, and a pen in her right hand. She said, "Hi, welcome PCT hiker. What would you like to eat, a burger or a hot dog?" I was surprised, and I couldn't figure out what's going on suddenly. Because, this is the desert. And why this girl acting like a restaurant waitress asked me for what do I want to eat. And then she said, "Hi, would you like some food, like a burger?" Then I realized she probably wanted to take my order and then go back to the tent to prepare the food. So I said, "Sure, I would like a cheeseburger." So she dancing, running back to the tent. When I get to the tent, there were already a few hikers there, sitting there and eating and relax. you can see it was a pretty big tent. This girl dancing in the middle with music, and a guy dancing, prepare food, maybe flipping burgers. When I was eating my food, I talked to one of the trail angels. He told me they were a group of 5 people from the Burning Man organization. The reason they came here is because they want to show their support for us PCT hikers, because they believe the spirit of PTC hikers is same as the Burning Man organization. He told me a lot of interesting things about the Burning Man event. The principles of Burning Man, like self-reliance, self-expression, communal effort, leave no trace, all those can apply to us PCT hikers pretty well. Not only they provide us free food, free drink, a place to sit and relax, they even give free shoe to every hikers. And later they apply some kind of essential oil on my face so that to nourish my skin. This year, the snow level in the Pacific West Coast is the highest in many years. I was worried about the deep snow on the mountain in the Sierra. When I came to a small town just before entering the Sierra, I checked the PCT group on the Facebook and see what's the trail condition. And then I read 2 stories about 2 very experienced hikers almost died when they crossed rivers in the Sierra. What happened was the record high level of snow on the mountain also caused record high level of water in the creeks and the rivers when the snow melted. It was very dangerous to cross those rivers and creeks when the water is very high and water flow is very strong. After reading those 2 stories, I decided to skip the Sierra section and go hike from Northern California to Canada. My plan was to come back to finish the section I skipped after I reached Canada. When I came to Oregon in late June, there was a lot of snow on the mountain. I met 2 other hikers, Tom and Jesse, on the trail. We decided to hike together as a team. Reading from Facebook posts of a few hikers that hiked through this area a few days ago, we knew there were a few very steep snow slopes that was dangerous. Tom was a retired park ranger and Jesse was a restaurant manager. All 3 of us are very experienced hikers. Tom actually hiked more than half of the PCT in the 1980s. Together, we crossed many difficult and dangerous snow slopes in southern Oregon and central Oregon. As you can see in this picture, the view in Oregon is quite different than the view in Southern California. The snow on the mountain makes it difficult to hike, but at the same time, the snow also makes the mountain so majestic. Hiking on the snow mountain is difficult, exhausting, dangerous, but it is also very rewarding because the views is so fantastic. This picture was taken when I was standing on the foothill of Three Sisters Mountain. In front of me were 5 mountains that we had to hike across. From the left to the right, the 5 mountains are Mount Washington, Three Finger Jack, Mount Jefferson, Mount Hood, and Mount Adams. And behind me, there were 4 mountains we just hiked across. The views in the Three Sisters Mountain area is incredible. This is one of the areas I may go back and hike again.